small favor. My children hardly know me! They would know me, Reverend.
Fear has taken hold of you, my brother. It is no sin to fear.
Oh, Holy Father, Jesus, my breath and my life, do spare them.
Words are leaves in the wind, man.
I do fear it so. The blight.
Death's face looms darker than we had imagined, Gerard. God would have us fear it. He paints the door to his kingdom in black that we should be reminded of the alternative to entry there.
No one has been more faithful to our God than I. Surely you see this, Pastor John.
I cannot see into the depths of a man's heart, Gerard.
So now the shell of perfection reveals a fine crack.
Thank you, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you there.
Well, prayer answered. Please, try another, Gerard, to stay the axeman.
I confess to fear, Pastor John. If you cannot see on me, what solace for me?
You've attended my sermon, Georgia.
Yes, Reverend. All of them. But will the Lord take me?
The paradise of heaven awaits us. Let us not fear God's visage, though it may seem like a nightmare in your mind. The fear that sees you now will drop away like water over a fall.
God, let it be so.
Be it paradise you see out that window, Pastor, or a horseman bearing reprieve.
The gateway to paradise, to be sure.
To be sure, the final patch of green this earth will deliver to our eyes.
How do you stand to look upon it, Brother John?
That cold wooden block, stained with the blood of unholy men.
Grass is what I see, Richard. And then only sky from where our Lord will plainly see us.
And not the stone walls from the towers beyond.
It is not too late to have another look, William. God may even grant you a view of the truth.
The truth is that block, that axe. I can see those plainly from here. Why do you not pray now? It's been hours. Time draws near. You sealed your bargain with your God?
You add to our burden, William Brooke. A small blessing is the only sign we need.
Speaking for myself, I'll take a bigger one.
do not ask for the glories of a palatial church, or the vast treasuries usurped from the needy, or special favors to those who contribute fortunes. We are a church unto ourselves, wealthy in spirit. We do not cling to this world, for we have no great stake in it.
Nor do I. I cling to it nonetheless. What reason have you for that?
In your case, it's what you lack, not what you have. You hunger for a home, something to believe. Fear to leave this world with none found.
You presume much, Pastor John.
Only what is revealed to me. A man's face and words tell a story. God shines a light down upon him who speaks falsehoods. The devil's own soul can be seen in the heathen's eyes.
Well, yea. A saying for every occasion. A story might as easily play the audience for a fool. What you see in a man's eyes might merely reflect your own.
Please, Reverend, please, do not speak of the devil's intention here. I fear it so. I fear the Queen will truly have no sympathy for us.
When in God's presence, I will vouch most forcefully for the goodness in you.
Fear not all will be seen as good along the way.
A weak moment or two does not disqualify a worthy man.
This sounds of personal speculation.
Now you veer towards cruelty, William Brooke. You might spare us your own speculations, dark as they are.
I might say not as dark as what waits outside that window. But, as it is your gateway to paradise.
Thank you. May God bless you for this. I have finished it. Please see that it gets to my children soon. God bless you.
Well, I've learned that my husband's injuries at the hands of your cruel mob shall heal. The bishop has instructed me that punishment shall be rendered in proportion to the crime. I suppose I can see the reason in it. This morning I spoke with the Queen. She has agreed to my request.
My lady, I was hoping that our assurances before the court that we meant no harm to come to your husband had indeed convinced you.
Your words at court fell far short of my ears, sir. Your words to your followers on that earlier day were as sparks to dry grass. And you, Gerard Standish, I had your children to house when they were young, to play with my own, trustful and innocent. My servants tending while you went to seek out heresy.
My lady?
Nay, hold your tongue there. Richard Lent, I could almost forgive you. You are a lamb yet. A lamb among men, even more so among vile men. Had you conjured one thought of your own before that ugly scene, you would have removed yourself from it. You spoke not a word at trial. I took that for guilt of high order. Otherwise, why not make a defense?
A trial that could not be won, my lady.
Indeed.
Not by word, most certainly. Had I sword, I would have done my best.
A further demonstration of guilt, then.
Not at all. Fight for survival.
The others deafened the court with their prayers and laments.
Well, yea, they certainly did. Perhaps I simply wished to be mixed among them as they were lifted from the defendant's bench to salvation on high, just as I was mixed among them at that ugly scene, as you called it.
You spake oddly for one of their persuasion.
I'm persuaded by one thing only. My life means nothing to court, queen, country, or to kin, for that matter. Less than nothing to any man's God.
Count yourself no reformist. This, a last attempt to escape guilt and consequence.
Nor popist. Just a man caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Another century perhaps would have suited him better. Another continent.
I cannot be expected to sort out truth from lies at this point. 3 of you shall be taken from this prison and placed aboard a ship bound for the colonies. A difficult life awaits you there, I am assured. The natives are wild and intolerant of your kind. However, I think you will agree. Preferable to the axe on this day. One of you shall meet that axe. The decision shall be yours, to render and to live with. And if you fail to reach an agreement of 4 within the hour, I shall rescind my generous solution and put the axe to all.
My lady, no other word from the bishop? You see, Brother Gerard, God has found a way for us. Heavenly Father, judge us as you will, as we bend before you in testimony, that we did arouse the strongest feelings of devotion in our people, but to then rise up and deliver a blow against those who would extinguish our faith and practice. Forgive us, Jesus, if in our wild enthusiasm we've offended your laws.
Perhaps I shall accept this Jesus after all, Pastor John. Yea, count me as a brother to you all. And within the hour, if you please.
There is not much time left. William, will you not budge?
I fear the lady knew it, that we would not reach agreement.
It is in your hands, sir. William, our lives are in your hands.
Your God has saved you, but needs my assent?
God will save us all.
our souls. Yours as well. Especially yours if you will grant that assent.
You speak for God again. You know him that well, do you?
He has taught me many things. He has shown me his heart.
Why has he never spoken to me then?
You are not listening!
You know nothing about me. You only know what you want to believe. Where was your God when I asked him to save my wife and child? Both murdered for a shilling and a half loaf of bread. Where was he when my landlord took advantage of my absence and using legal deceit stole my lands? You will say that he has some grand purpose that will yet bring great benefit to me. That is a deception you bring upon yourselves. You steal the last shred of honesty from yourselves. You want me to offer my life to save 3. I could ask the same of each of you. You feel no obligation to comply, however. You see yourself standing on some higher plane, one to which I'm not entitled. If your God so loves you and has prepared a place in heaven for each, why do you not rush there as first to the axeman's feet? I will get no answer to that. Your love for this world was plain when you fell to your knees in thanks for earthly salvation. Had you each
Nay,
begged,
a chance to continue my work.
had each of you begged to be the one to die, I might think there could be something to this faith of yours.
I have children, sir. Can you not think of others, even if you have no respect for us?
You assume I have no children?
But you said to the Lady Darrow that you have no kin.
None that would care if I lived or died, I said. Do you know your own? Are you sure your wife does not prefer the imminent demise of her husband that she might take up with another? That your children aren't embittered by your absences? How well have you provided for them, Gerard, while seeking favor from your pastor and God?
I am pulled in many ways, sir. I love both family and God.
I am sure your family needs your help. From all I can see and hear in this place, your God does not.
You insist that I be a worldly man. Another that I be a man of God.
What do your God have of you, Gerard? Have you heard him speak it?
God speaks not through words. He speaks to the heart.
And he would have Gerard abandon his family and devote himself to his pastor and by that save his soul. And what of the souls of his wife and children?
God does not forget them, but the husband must come first, as he must then lead his family forth.
And your God would have Gerard rise to your side in public and denounce the nation's church, knowing this could mean the end for Gerard and for his family.
You see? I see. The cunning of the devil in you. He is taking your tongue for his own.
We're running out of time, Pastor John.
And you gleefully abide him. You embrace his evil ambitions.
I've never met this beast of yours. The rest of me in suffering the likes of his natures.
Please, sir. I too have a family. Father, a mother, a sister. A poor farm, but not neglected. See my hands. See how they have bled and scarred for my work.
Do not plead with Satan, brother. You will gain no mercy.
Through me, it is 3 more you save, sir. It's 3 more.
A richer form,
I cannot say, sir. Oh, the call of God. Why would he stir me up not to provide for us?
Call the servant another and suspect.
God, please help me! Silence this demon!
Have you thought to save these others? Even once? Dare not answer. More lies only add to their misery.
Oh, let it end! Take my life! I give it to you! I am no father to my children. I do doubt my pastor and my God. My wife loathes the sight of my homecomings, few as they have been. And for that, I struck her. Oh, the children. The children. I was only trying to protect her. And this suits the man of God, I tell myself.
What say you? You will take this death unto yourself.
You have known me your whole life, Richard. What do you see in me now? Only a convenience?
No, nay. Nay, my good friend. I've always had respect in my heart for you. How you have walked in the steps of Jesus. I could not match you. But always I have stood at your side.
You court favor from me.
Nay!
Nay, brother, none of that here. Richard and I have seen you transform. You stand as close to God as anyone can. When the Lord calls, one must simply go. Is it a gift offered, my brother? Accept it.
So says the man who profits most.
In your life, sir, have you ever known a righteous man?
Neither mind nor heart can tell you what is right, only what is best.
I don't understand.
Right aims to deceive, Gerard. If you would relieve suffering, you do what is best, what suits the moment, not what law, man's law, or God's tells you what is right.
Do not listen to this man, Gerard.
How do I know which is best?
Listen to your own heart, man. If your best offends your God, I would recommend another God.
Well, which?
Gerard?
Look at me, Reverend. Can you offer me relief? Can our God?
Oh, God knows what is best. Not this demon standing here in the flesh.
Did not God love his only son and set him upon a path of anguish?
God spoke to Jesus. Jesus heard his words, and he took comfort from them. I have heard nothing of that sort. Who will comfort me?
Heaven's mercy, we must decide!
God has not forsaken you, my brother. In sparing the lives of so many, you can only reap the greatest rewards. As Jesus died for us all. As Jesus ascended to heaven, holy angels by his side.
Set yourself at ease, Gerard. I will not stand for your sacrifice.
What do you mean?
I cast my vote against you. It will have to be another of us.
What? Are you mad?
Yea. The devil would aim his arrow at the leader among the righteous.
Jailer! Jailer, I must relieve myself.
I say yes. What else can we do?
Gerard? I don't know. How can I?
How can you not?
The man stood for me.
You look at it wrongly, my brother. This is not about saving you and me. This is for others.
Who can say for sure? Perhaps our families will be better rid of us.
Nay, Gerard. A house without a man fares poorly in this nation.
But he is not one of us. He took no action
That is
against...
not the point now. The devil is our enemy here.
If we do this, will that satisfy the lady?
We will explain it to her, how he was chosen. But he wished it done by our own hands, by the hands of his brothers.
Would Jesus consent to this? I am thinking on that. I have not persuaded myself.
Jesus understood the principle of the greatest good for the most people. The Bible teaches us of many sacrifices for the good of the people.
This, William, will vote in favor only for John. Gerard! There! I see it clearly there, Gerard, I do. The angels. 3 angels. They carry William away. William only. William only. The man speaks in riddles that pass understanding. He is set on confusing us. God would take him from us.
Yea, brothers, to be sure, God has a hand in this.
Not yet an unpleasant view. The look on your face, Gerard, tells a different story. The lady is met with some delay. The man outside goes to his business no less. And what business here for us?
Get off of him!
So, this is your answer. Shall I add murder to your list of offenses?
My lady, please.
Well, speak it. Somebody, speak it.
Did not expect to be happy to see you.
Christian men, rolling on the floor like mad animals. Not something I expected to see.
Another minute or two, this situation would have sorted itself out for you.
It appears you have only regressed. I shall alert the axeman to ready 4 baskets.
Good lady. You see, we have agreement among 3. You are a loyal patron of the nation's church, my lady. We have differences, but we are Christians like you. We believe in the same God, only different in how to follow him. The 4th among us, he is not a Christian at all. His loyalties lie in the devil himself. He is an instigator among good people. There's the one that is responsible for the injury to your husband.
He claims innocence, to have only stumbled upon the riot, and from there been swept up in the aftermath.
No one else will say it so. In truth, we three are followers of the Christ. We loathe to point fingers. We have kept our silence.
And you vouch for this?
Oh, yes, I do, my lady.
You would not lie in the eyes of our Lord.
Gerard is a good man, convinced he is not.
I'm not sure I see that.
Being new to the movement, his leap into total madness is yet to complete.
For a man standing outside the line here, your attitude seems flippant.
Well, it is a stand familiar to me.
The lone wolf. The outcast. Viewing from a high peak.
Something like that.
And what else does the wolf see from this viewpoint?
Oh, at the moment, little but the Axeman.
On a better day?
My answer to that may seal my fate, I fear.
You've shown little fear to this point.
I see a war of religion sweeping over this country, like a blaze over a field of crop. The old religion is no longer suited. The excesses of the new fan the flame. Reason is deserted, as far from this country as it can get. Killings in the name of one god or another, mounting day by day. Tortures to extract false confessions. Trials of ordeal to lay guilt upon whomever is begrudged or envied.
Quite a list. You see no value in religious tradition.
Tradition soothes the timid. It enriches the powerful. Smothers dissent.
You see a better world without it.
Some distance off.
What kind of world would that be?
Yea. Perhaps a world where a man does not face the axe when found thinking for himself.
You need only profess to believe you know. Think what you like, but do not speak it.
A ball and chain make for a labored march.
Stubbornness in you. Bitterness, too. Duplicitous sympathy, perhaps. Companions of that mockery.
I sometimes rise above it all.
And you, Reverend, how would you answer this man, this devil incarnate?
I have pleaded with him to open his self to the truth, my lady, to let Jesus into his heart. He denies entry as only the devil would do.
The truth of Jesus. Does not Jesus speak of love and forgiveness for all?
We offered it unto him, and he rejects it as if it was poisoned meat.
The bearing of false prophecy is a self-serving trade. The tree that bears disease, before it spoil the orchard, must be cut down.
Oh, dearly, this man has offended me. Am I not justified in answering his offenses?
Were this man the devil? Would he find himself under lock and disposed to the axe?
I say this man is possessed by the devil, Lady Darrow. Murder is not what you witness, but an effort to drive the devil from him.
My throat would dispute that account.
Does that mean that Gerard and I will be freed, my lady?
You too took hold of this innocent man.
Oh,
please, please. I know Satan who can go fearless into death. I can only do as I am instructed by my pastor, who stands much closer to Jesus than I.
This is not true, Lady Darrow. Each took a vote equal of my own.
Not so! I was instructed.
He made no objection whatsoever. Not a word. Gerard can confirm it.
I remember little of what was said, my lady.
A weak-minded man cannot hope to see the treachery in the devil's actions. I fear the truth is missed by the lady.
I am not sure the truth can be had here. I can only fall back on the one solution that ensures the guilty perish. Death to you all.
No!
Would it grant my family sustenance and peace, my lady? I would pledge my allegiance to the nation's church.
Monster! Traitorous monster!
How would you turn this in your favor, John Gilbert? Surely by now you realize the bribe sent by your church to spare your life has failed. To be sure, his life only. Each will carry his own.
I have searched my soul, and the Lord has spoken to me.
What is this?
It is not Jesus I forswear, only the path that I would take to him from this day forward.
You vow to renounce your church, to proclaim yourself renewed in the nation's true faith?
I do vow it.
You admit wrongdoing in the matter of the crime, and in the matter of your accusations and assaults on this innocent man.
I admit it.
You will put this into writing for public display.
I will, my lady.
Does this satisfy you, sir?
Me? Nothing from that man could. What would satisfy me is the end to all this, all religion. I care not whose allegiance falls where.
I see. You would allow yourself no manner of escape from the axe.
Escape to where? The colonies? Do not superstition and ignorance and selfishness hold sway there as well? You can bring down your axe upon my head at my command, my lady. That is my escape.
John Gilbert, can you give this man peace and admit to your hypocrisies and frauds?
Oh, dear God! How would you have me say it?
I would have you say it at the man's feet.
Lady Darrell, that is a harsh command.
Less harsh than my command to the axeman.
My stubbornness, my lady, will not yield.
I made a flawed bargain, sir. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I must uphold it.
How was it you came into this?
Simple enough. I mistook them for revelers.
I see. Ale and a fair maid were on your mind.
Ale I find much to my liking. Wine passes as well, but only the red. As for my love, well, my wife is long dead.
And you find no other pursuit worth your time?
Only the sort of game I played here today. I've grown tired of that as well. Men of superstition will not return to reason, only scared into silence.
The two farmers will hurry home and stay there.
The Reverend might gather himself if joined by others of his kind.
I know this belonged to your wife. I'd like to return this to you. I will carry this for you, sir.